Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources. Updating daily at 6 a.m. New York.
Mirror World News, June 13th, 5:06 America, New York. Couple mauled to death in very unusual and gruesome attack by rabid sloth bear. The shocking attack happened when a man and his wife were returning home from an Indian temple visit in the early hours of the morning, with experts claiming this type of attack is very unusual.
Washington Post World.
June 13th, 5 o'clock America, New York, Spain. 22 injured as engine collides with passenger train. Officials say 22 people have been hospitalized after a regional passenger train and a locomotive collided head-on in northeastern Spain.
New York Times World News.
June 13th, 5 o'clock America, New York. The corpse of a Russian soldier, and the cold but human urge to look. Why does war's wreckage, the downed helicopters, the destroyed tanks and the dead, draw crowds? A former Marine ponders the question as he stands before the badly burned body of a Russian fighter. The remains of a destroyed Russian armored vehicle in a neighborhood damaged during the war in Husarivka, Ukraine, in April.
Mirror World News,
June 13th, 4:55 America, New York. Horrifying way 6 bodies discovered under pub were found, revealed by experts. The 6 skeletal remains were discovered by builders under the floorboards of a pub being demolished, leading to investigations into their demise by teams of archaeologists in Cork, Ireland.
Wall Street Journal World News.
June 13th, 4:42 America, New York. UK economy shrinks for second month as outlook dims. The economy contracted again in April, as surging inflation weakened consumer spending, and programs designed to contain the spread of COVID-19 were wound down.
RT World News, June 13th, 4:38 America, New York. UK poised to send first asylum seekers to Africa. Courts are hearing last-minute appeals against 30 deportations, with the first flight to Rwanda slated for Tuesday. RT World News,
June 13th, 3:46 America, New York. Never-before-seen photos from Gitmo revealed by NYT. The outlet published images of the first prisoners arriving at the notorious U.S. facility in Cuba.
Mirror World News,
June 13th, 3:17 America, New York. Russian state TV gloats over sham ruling of Brit fighters condemned to death. Aidan Aslin and Sean Pinner were last week sentenced to death by a sham trial in the self-proclaimed Donetsk People's Republic, leading to gloating by the Kremlin state TV.
World News, breaking international news and headlines, Sky News.
June 13th, 2:59 America, New York. Beijing tests millions and puts thousands in lockdown after ferocious COVID outbreak at 24-hour bar. Beijing is rushing to contain a COVID-19 outbreak traced to a 24-hour bar known for its cheap alcohol and large crowds, with millions facing mandatory testing and thousands under targeted lockdowns. People walk past a sign of the Heaven supermarket bar, where there an amp. Number 39. S been a COVID outbreak.
Washington Post World.
June 13th, 2:59 America, New York. UN, Elder. Week of tribal clashes in Sudan's Darfur kill 100. An official with the UN Refugee Agency and a tribal elder say clashes over the past week in Sudan's war-ravaged Darfur have killed around 100 people.
Washington Post World.
June 13th, 2:36 America, New York. 2 members of Iran's Revolutionary Guard die amid tensions. 2 members of the paramilitary Revolutionary Guard's aerospace division have died as martyrs in Iran in separate incidents over the weekend.
BBC News World.
June 13th, 2:30 America, New York. Rebel Wilson. Australian paper offers apology but denies outing actress. Australian reporter apologizes after he was accused of trying to out the actor last week.
Time.
June 13th, 1:05 America, New York. 75th Tony Awards. The weirdest, wildest moments of Broadway's big night. What do you get when you put Sutton Foster, Patti LuPone, and enough Stephen Sondheim references for a boozy drinking game at Radio City Music Hall during Pride Month? It's the 75th Annual Tony Awards, of course.
New York Times World News. June 13th, 1:01 America, New York. Your Monday briefing. Gun control in the U.S. President Joe Biden meets with Senator Chris Murphy of Connecticut, the lead Democratic negotiator on gun reform legislation, a week ago at the White House.
World News, breaking international news and headlines, Sky News. June 13th, 0:50 America, New York. U.S. senators forge gun reform deal that Biden says is step in right direction. A potential breakthrough that could lead to the first significant new U.S. gun law in decades has been announced by a bipartisan group of senators. A demonstrator holds a placard while taking part in the March for Our Lives.
Fox World News.
June 13, 031 America, New York. IRGC announces martyr deaths of 2 aerospace scientists amid other mysterious deaths in the country. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps has announced the deaths of 2 military scientists, who were designated as martyrs, dying in the line of duty in service to their country.
Wall Street Journal World News.
June 13, 001 America, New York. Ukraine fears defeat in East without surge in military aid. Russia is advancing in the Donbass region as the U.S. and its allies prepare to discuss new heavy weapon supplies for Kyiv.
BBC News World.
June 12, 2352 America, New York. U.S. gun control. Cautious welcome to bipartisan deal on new safety measures. Shooting survivors say the planned reforms, although limited, are a step in the right direction.